this was a really strong documentary with a strong and clear message. It's presented really well. It's important. It's topical. Um, I loved hearing from Ted Danson too. Everything. It just paced really well. I think getting all that information out to us and showing us how dire things have gotten and what a plan for change could be, and really offering a good call to action for the viewer. I think it just serves well as a strong documentary piece, as a wake up call and as a PSA. Really, really a good piece.
I really like Changemakers. It made it, I like how it walked me through the issue, you know, in like a way that I can understand with great visuals, great graphics. Um, it walked me through all the nuances and like each step of the way, as far as like the nuances of like subsidies are useful, but this is why we got to get rid of them. Like this is how they at one time were a good thing, but now they're not. So this is why we need to get rid. So it's like going through all of the angles. I liked how I did that, and two, how I liked how it ended, very empowering. Like I feel like I could do something. I want to take action, and I think that's kind of the whole point, and that's kind of the goal. It seems like mission accomplished as far as educating the public about all aspects of this issue and then empowering them to take action, making them feel like they can take action so that they actually take action. I think mission accomplished. So, um, overall, really well done. Great job.
Change makers, it's incredible to have such a wide variety of opinions here to get these insights. I mean, from professionals who have been working on these environmental fishing issues for years to celebrities like Ted Danson who have dedicated so much of their time and valuable resources to funding and spreading the word about these serious issues that plague us on so many levels, and that's what I think the documentary does a great job of analyzing how this is an environmental issue, but it's also a political issue. How this is an environmental issue, but it is also very much an economic issue. That this is an environmental issue, but it's also very much a class issue. And we see that through all of this, through the abusive use and misuse of subsidies, how people at the end of the day are getting so mistreated and undernourished, frankly, by these laws and regulations.
Change makers. I really, really enjoyed this. I thought that this was really, really well informed, and it was really, really nice to watch the flow of it, the visuals, the beautiful scenes of the sea that they were able to get. But also, they made their point really, really well. They really, described what fishing was like, you know, kind of originally, and how that was always kind of such a staple, and then how that changed, and the really stark difference from what it was to what it is now, and really putting that visually, I think was really dynamic and really kind of almost shocking to compare the differences next to each other, or like one right after the other. And I think it really, like I said, I think it really put into sharp focus how much it has changed and how much the kind of through the fishing industry and society, how much overfishing really does happen now. And then they did a good job of explaining why that is so bad, and that if things continue the way that they are, it's going to be even more detrimental, not just for the ocean as an ecosystem, but also for humans. Like, we won't have access to fish anymore, we won't have that resource anymore. um, and then also for fishermen that make their livings off of these things, that aren't necessarily the big industries that are overfishing. that they also have less and less. They make less and less each season, each year. So I thought this was really, really great, highlighting all of those things, making it really clear why and what this particular issue of overfishing, what the consequences are. And then to take it that a step further, to say, here's what is currently kind of happening with the situation, with, you know, the next steps, that just because it was like voted on, yes, now it needs to be ratified. So I really liked that it was going to that next step as well. It wasn't just describing the problem or describing, you know, this big thing that needs to change. It was going to the next step and going, what is currently happening? What is the next thing that needs to happen? So I thought it was fantastic.